Hi guys, my name is Mathieu, I'm from France and I'm currently teaching French and English at the University of Hanti-Mansisk in Sabia. Here, I didn't see a lot of bears yet or drink a lot of vodka, and I hope you enjoyed the last 2 weeks because I as well didn't see a lot of students in here at the university. Elise and Lera just cannot sit still. This time they went to Moscow to expand their minds. What did they learn? Let's find out with Valeria's story.
Right now we are in Moscow at the All-Russian Youth Media Congress. Why are we here? To walk in the Red Square? Or in order to replenish our collection of thermal mugs? No, we have come to improve our content creation skills. Let's go. Елисея, don't sleep. Come on, we will learn something else. We may even start some new video sector. The most active media workers of student editions from 77 regions came together for 2 days to learn to create interesting content for their media centers. Armed with cameras and microphones, they managed not only to absorb information, but to share it with their colleagues.
I am expecting that they won't forget the information they learn here, because the most important thing is that they return and start to modify the projects they already have, using the knowledge and advice they received at the Congress.
Experts from all over the country take place here. The editor-in-chief of the Russia 24 channel, Russia Beyond, representatives of the social network Vkontakte, and many others gathered in one place to tell how, for whom, and with what one can create cool content.
Students must understand what they're talking about, who their audience is, and who participated in their market, because student media is also a professional job and a professional issue.
Participants were taught not to be afraid of changing formats. For example, Vsevolod Pule, chief editor of Russia Beyond, told about how much his company's platform has changed. At one point, they decided to move away from a predominantly text-based format to a multimedia one, and now they are the main international project with a Russia focus.
As for student TV channels, I would advise them not to make student TV channels, but to make channels for a certain audience, to gather, to talk, to ask, how do you see those people who will watch us? What are their needs, objectives, how we can cover them and develop their channel's content on that basis. You have to understand that you are competing with a huge number of content producers.
The Congress has also told that the first youth center of media and communications will soon open in Moscow. What does that mean? It means that members of the MUST Association will be able to come for trainings and then immediately create a program in a professional studio.
I wanted to encourage them to choose their own path rather than becoming similar to somebody else. It is possible that they will emulate some qualities from the best journalists, but in general, they should try to be themselves, beyond the imposed stereotypes of behavior.
For the third time, the MUST Congress united more than 300 students from all over Russia, and as the experience shows, participants' projects are greatly improved by their new knowledge.
We were able to get to know each other outside of the working process. I like the speaker who talked today about promotion on social networks, yesterday's speaker who talked about fake news and the latest news, because we were primarily looking to hear something interesting to us.
In addition to knowledge, participants left the Congress inspired and ready to create with renewed strength.
MUST Congress is a great opportunity for youth media members to find new friends and colleagues. This experience is well worth it, because as a rule, people from the distant regions are all staying in small towns and can meet and communicate with everyone. They will understand that the others are just like you.
Every year, the number of projects of the International Association of Students Television grows, and none of those could happen without the participation of innovative students from all over Russia. Valery Kudravtseva, Елисей Kuznetsov, especially for your students' news.
Season of hockey is finally here. While the students are preparing for the session and attending last lectures and seminars, our hockey players are slowly but surely approaching the playoff. Lolita went to watch the games and talk to the coach, the fans, and the players.
Ugra State University's hockey team didn't win the series of games. The match brought their fans vivid emotions. In the fans' opinion, the games were exciting and no one was bored.
All the guys did a great job. All of them are fighting and doing their best. It also depends on whether you're lucky or not. This is a sport, this is a game. Some scored a big number of goals one day, and others will do that another day. I believe our guys are great, so we'll see and wait for the win.
Since hockey is a team game, everyone plays an important role. There are no trifles in hockey. Many factors influence the outcome of the game.
The games were hard to play because the city of Khanty-Mansiysk is far away from the city of Chelyabinsk. You have to spend 16 hours on a bus just to get here. We'll continue playing and we'll be ready for the following games. It's a good thing that we won the game.
This time, Ugra State's opponents were the stronger teams, having already achieved great results. For example, Ural State Mining University's team has been 2-time Student Hockey League champion in the recent seasons. South Ural State University is the last academic year's prize winner.
We can fight with these teams, and actually it is possible. No doubt, it is hard enough and the teams are well prepared, but there is always a chance.
As the coach of the hockey club Polytechnic mentioned, student hockey is distinguished by its sincerity and transparency. Sometimes the result takes a backseat to the emotions a game brings to players and fans. In his opinion, games have been friendly.
The games weren't easy at all, as the opponent is second ranked in our group and always goes to the playoffs.
Lolita Galt, Maxim Menk, especially for your student news.
In order to be the best student, it is not enough to have good marks in all subjects. To keep this title for a year, you need to win the Student of the Year contest. Let's watch and learn about the stages of the competition the contestants needed to go through with Alina's story.
On November 17th, the city competition Student of the Year was held. The correspondence stage, which consisted of the presentation of the portfolio and characteristics of the guys, has already passed. Now it's time for a self-presentation, improvisation and sports stage. Out of 25 applicants, 20 people reached the face-to-face stage. They were evaluated by an experienced jury, many of whom are assessing this contest not for the first time. Also, there was a youth jury that consisted of high school students.
I'm sure we will see these talented young people again later. We will be able to attract them for participation in other activities of city level, region level. We will undoubtedly create a new team of young leaders.
For the youth jury, it is only preparation for their student life. But they are sure that in the future, they will also be able to take part in such competitions.
Despite the fact that I'm still in the 11th grade, I personally already plan to take part in Student of the Year contest in the future. Here, I borrow the ideas, see how it can be implemented. I notice what the contestants think about, how they behave, and try to somehow remember important details. They probably come in handy later.
The first task at the face-to-face stage was self-presentation, which participants prepared at home. They had to present to the jury not only themselves, but also a gadget that helps them in their lives. The second stage, which many participants found difficult, was improvisation. The guys had to show all their creativity and create a gadget from a variety of things. This gadget needs to be able to make their lives easier. Some students managed to create very strange and unusual things. Those were a stand for the phone, and reminders for the refrigerator, and a set for tourists, a special watering system, and even a gadget for rappers. Someone even invented a gadget combining 17 functions.
The most difficult thing for me was the invention of gadgets, because I used to use them less in my life. I mostly have books and things like that. And here I had to come up with a gadget that helps make a student's day easier, so this competition was more difficult for me.
The third stage is an intellectual competition. It was held in 6 stages and included such tasks as true or false, what is common, a shot in the dark, photoshopped, what, where, when, and swipe or no swiping.
Well, out of all, perhaps the intellectual competition was the most difficult. I haven't considered myself to be a silly person up until this stage. I haven't considered myself to be a silly person up until this stage, and here were concrete questions demanding knowledge in different areas. It seemed difficult to me.
The last step for the participants was to pass the GTO standards in the sports stage. It included a shuttle run, pull-ups, push-ups, jumping rope, and more. The whole competition was fun and passed in a relaxed manner. The guys even managed to communicate and get to know each other.
I came here just to show that here I am. I'm interesting. I'm doing interesting things, and I'm ready to communicate and so on. These forums do not even show that someone is better than the others. It's impossible. We just show each other that here we are. We are one common youth community of activists who just do not see each other because everyone is busy doing their own things. And now we gather here and face each other.
The youth jury singled out two contestants, Petuhina Irina and Glushenko Matvey. According to the professional jury, Balkanova Anastasia and Yurchenko Sofia were selected as Students of the Year. Alina Semashko, Елисей for your student news.
I will be in Hantimansisk for one more week, so if you want to pass by the Clever Center, I will be happy to talk to you. Bye!